If you have been subscribed for a while, you might remember this video I did for FIFA21 career mode. As you guys seem to enjoy it and had a lot of transfers have happened in real life over the past summer transfer window, I thought it would be a good idea to do a FIFA22 version of this. For each league that's in the game, I will show you one player aged 23 or under that I recommend you to sign, with most players having a scanned face in the game as well, depending if the league has any under 23 players with a scanned face. None of these players are loaned out from another club, so there's a good chance you can sign them straight away in career mode. The recommendation can come from my own experience, other people's experiences, their stats, or maybe even their backstory. If you go in and enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode tips. Now let's get into the video. Alan Velasco is one of just 2 under 23 players from the Argentinian league who have a scanned face in FIFA22. Velasco starts off with a 75 rating and has 85 potential at just 18 years of age. He is a left mid, but can also play as a cam or as a right mid who plays for Independiente. He is valued at £10.3 million and has 4-star skill moves with very good acceleration, agility and balance too. From the Australian A-League, there's only one under 23 player with a scanned face in FIFA22 career mode, which is Aidan O'Neill from Melbourne City. O'Neill is 65 rated with only 72 potential at 22 years of age. He can play in both central midfield and as a defensive mid. He is worth just £1.2 million and has good pace with good stamina already. Omar Solé is just one of 2 players from the Austrian league with a face scan, but he is definitely one you must try if you've 22 career mode. The 21-year-old centre back starts off with a 71 rating and 80 potential, but has 85 pace to start off with already, having 89 sprint speed and 80 acceleration. He also has 87 strength, 4-star weak foot and is 6'4", which is 193 centimeters. Another talent coming from RB Salzburg and a big bargain to pick up at just £3.4 million. As Belgium is always filled with big talents, I'm recommending Noah Lang from Club Brugge. The Dutch 22-year-old is a left winger who can also play on the right or in the middle as a cam. He starts off with a 78 rating and 85 potential. He of course has a scanned face and has 84 pace with great dribbling attributes and 4-star skill moves. He's quite expensive though at £24.5 million. As the Brazilian is not licensed and there are no real players playing in the league in FIFA22 career mode, I wouldn't recommend anyone from this league. Let's hope we get the league back as soon as possible though, as a lot of hidden gems and future wonder kids come from the Brazilian league. Unfortunately, the Chinese league doesn't have any under 23 players with a face scan, so I will recommend someone who doesn't have a face scan, which is Su Chenji. He plays for Shanghai Shenhua and is a 20-year-old centre back from China who has 75 pace already, combined with good balance, stamina and strength. He's 64 rated and has 76 potential too. You can pick him up for £1.1 million. Luckily, the Danish league does have 2 under 23 players with a face scan in the game. I now recommend Kamil Grabara out of the 2. Grabara is a 22-year-old Polish goalkeeper playing for Copenhagen. He is 70 rated at the start with 76 potential. He is also 6'5", which is 196 centimeters. He has a 3-star weak foot and is valued at £1.8 million. From the Premier League, I recommend Ilan Meslier, who plays for Leeds United as a goalkeeper and is a first-team goalkeeper at just 21 years of age. I really enjoyed using him in FIFA 20 and it's great to see him do well in the Premier League. He starts off with a 77 rating and 85 potential. He is also 6'5" and has 81 reflexes already. He is valued at £17.6 million. From the second division of England, the EFL Championship, I recommend Tosin Adrabioyo from Fulham. He is a 23-year-old English centre-back who starts off with a 74 rating and 82 potential. He has 71 pace already with good defensive stats and 81 strength. He is also 6'5", just like the previous 2 players. Now onto the third division of England, I recommend Raheem Harper who plays for Ipswich Town. He is a 21-year-old defensive midfielder who is 65 rated with 73 potential. He has good balance with good physical stats. You can pick him up for around £1.3 million. From the lowest division of England, I recommend Ali Koiki, who is a 21-year-old left back playing for Northampton Town. He is 64 rated with 69 potential and has 83 pace with 81 strength already. He is also 6'2", so he could potentially also play as a centre back. You can pick him up for as cheap as 731k. On to France and Ligue 1 then, where there are a lot of great players with a scanned face in FIFA 22. If I have to recommend one, I would suggest Xavi Simons from Paris Saint-Germain. Simons is an 18-year-old central midfielder who is 66 rated and has 83 potential. He has been seen as one of the biggest talents in the world for a good amount of years now and previously played in Barcelona's youth academy. It's an important time for the Dutch midfielder in real life, as he has to get playing time somewhere before he becomes another filled wonder kid. A great storyline where you can help him get to the top. And you can pick him up for just £1.9 million. As there aren't many face scan talents playing in Ligue 2, I recommend Anthony Rakiopi from Dijon. He is a 22-year-old Swiss goalkeeper who is 69 rated and has just 74 potential, but of course can outgrow that with dynamic potential. He is valued at £1.5 million and is 6'1", which isn't huge for a goalkeeper. Probably not a surprising choice if you watched one of my previous videos where I highlighted him, but I choose Youssoufa Moukoko from the Bundesliga. Moukoko is one of the biggest talents in the world right now and is 69 rated with a huge 89 potential already. He starts off at just 16 years of age and is a striker, but could also play as a centre forward and as a winger. He has 84 pace with great agility and balance too. He has 4-star skill moves and weak foot and is valued at £3.3 million. From the second German division, I recommend Linton Meiner from Hanover. The German right mid, who can also play on the left and at striker, is 22 years old and 69 rated with 77 potential. He has 94 acceleration and 94 sprint speed, combined with 88 balance and 85 agility too. He has 4-star skill moves and is very cheap at £2.7 million. Highly recommend. There's just one player with a face scan in the German 3rd division, which is David Philipp, who plays for Victoria Köln. He is 62 rated with 75 potential and is a left mid, but can also play at cam. He has 77 pace with good agility and balance and 4-star weak foot. He is valued at 839k. Unfortunately, there are also no under 23-year-old face scan players from the Indian League. So one player that doesn't have a face scan, but I would still recommend, is Anirudh Thapa, who plays for Chennai FC. He's a 23-year-old defensive midfielder who is 62 rated with 73 potential. He has 69 pace, 79 stamina, 88 balance and 80 agility. He also has 4-star weak foot and is valued at 710k. From Italy, I recommend Nicolas Gonzalez, who I loved in my FIFA20 career mode with Hamburg. The now 23-year-old Argentinian striker plays for Fiorentina and is 77 rated with 83 potential. He has 87 pace with great dribbling and good shooting stats and can also play as a left winger. He has 4-star skill moves and forms a great partnership with Dusan Vlahovic in career mode this year. Gonzalez is worth £14.6 million currently. Dyson Maeda is the player I recommend from the Japanese league, as there are no under 23 players with a scanned face from the Japanese league. 23-year-old left mid, who can also play as a striker and as a right mid, plays for Yokohama Marinos. He's 71 rated and has just 74 potential, but has 89 pace, 90 agility, 79 stamina and good shooting as well. Definitely a player you might want to try and outgrow his potential with. He's valued at £2.2 million, so he's definitely a bargain, and he just transferred to Celtic in real life. From the K-League, I recommend Song Min Kyu, who also doesn't have a scanned face, as there are no under 23 players with a face scan from the Korean League. He's a 21-year-old left mid playing for Yeonbuk Hyundai Motors. He's 70 rated and has 81 potential. He also has 83 pace, good stamina and strength and can play as a cam and striker. He has 4-star skill moves and weak foot and is worth £3.1 million. Someone who I enjoyed using in my journeyman career mode in FIFA21 is Jorge Sanchez, who plays for Club America. The 23-year-old right back is 75 rated and has 80 potential and 92 pace. He also has 84 stamina with great dribbling, defensive and physical stats. A great right back to have in your side, and you can pick him up for £6.9 million. From my country, I recommend Jordan Teze, who I have really enjoyed using in this FIFA. Teze is a 21-year-old centre back but can also play as a right back. He's 74 rated with 81 potential. He has 82 pace, 81 jumping and 80 strength with good defensive and physical attributes. He is valued at £6.9 million, so he is definitely a player that's worth to pick up. From Norway, I recommend Birk Grisha from Molde. He is a 23-year-old left back who is 68 rated and has 74 potential. He has 77 pace with 85 stamina and 73 strength and is 6'2" or 188 cm tall, so he might just be a lot better to use as a centre back. He is valued at just £1.5 million. Piotr Starczynski is the player I recommend from the Polish league. Unfortunately, there aren't any under 23 players from the Polish league who have a scanned face. He is just 17 years old and is 62 rated with 80 potential. He is a left mid who can also play on the right and plays for Wisla Krakow. He has 82 pace with 84 balance. He has a lot to improve on his other stats, but is valued at 860k, so you can't go very wrong with giving him a try. Pedro Gonçalves is a player I highly rate in real life after seeing some of his performances in the Champions League this season. He's the best player from Sporting Portugal currently in my opinion, and Gonçalves is 81 rated and has 88 potential at just 23 years of age. He is a right winger that gets a rating upgrade when you switch him to a cam. He has amazing dribbling, shooting and passing attributes already, combined with 81 stamina. He has 4-star skill moves and weak foot too, but is very expensive at £44.3 million. I recommend Alfie Lewis from the Irish League, who is just one of two under 23 players with a face cam. The 21-year-old centre mid is 62 rated and has 69 potential. He has good pace, passing, dribbling and physical attributes for a lower rated player, and he is valued at just 688k. From every rest of the world team, there are only two players with a scanned face. One is Dennis Mann, who plays for Parma. Mann is a 22-year-old right winger who previously played for FCSB in Romania. He's 73 rated with 82 potential and has 86 pace and agility, with 81 balance and stamina too. He has 4-star skill moves and quite cheap at £6 million. The only under 23 player who has a scanned face from the Romanian league is Florian Koolman, who I would have recommended otherwise as well. Koolman is a 23-year-old left winger who can also play as a striker and plays for FCSB. He has 84 pace with 82 balance and 80 agility. He also consists of 4-star skill moves and is valued at £3.2 million. There are no under 23 players with a scanned face from the Saudi Arabian league, so I recommend Hamad Al-Yami. He is a 22-year-old right back who can also play as a right midfielder or as a right winger. Al-Yami is 64 rated and has 73 potential. He has 84 pace with 87 stamina already. You can pick him up for £1.1 million. I recommend Ianis Hadji from the Scottish League, who is of course the son of legendary player Georgia Hadji. Ianis Hadji is a 22-year-old centre forward who plays for Rangers. He has 76 pace with good shooting, passing and dribbling stats. He also has 85 agility and 84 stamina with 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. He is valued at £8.2 million and I highly recommend you to sign him. Eduardo Camavinga made a move to Real Madrid from Stade Rennais last summer and is a great player to use in career mode. He is an 18-year-old central mid who can also play as defensive mid. He is 78 rated with 89 potential and has very well-rounded stats. He has 4-star skill moves and is valued at £25.4 million. Another player I really enjoyed a couple of FIFAs ago was Enzo Loyodais. He's currently a 20-year-old central mid who can also play as a defensive mid, who plays for Las Palmas. He is 67 rated currently and has 80 potential. He has good dribbling and passing stats and is valued at £2.1 million. You might have heard of him before as he played for Sunderland and Swansea City previously, but I recommend Joel Asoro from Djurgården. He is a 22-year-old striker who can also play as a right midfielder. He has 88 pace with 78 agility and balance. He is valued at £1.5 million and a great player for any road to glory side. There are only 3 under 23 players in the Swiss league who have a face scan and all 3 of them are loaned players. So to pick one of these, I recommend Thomas Tavares from Basel. The 20-year-old right back, who can also play as a left back, starts off with a 73 rating and 82 potential. He has 4-star skill moves too and is valued at £5.6 million. Anan Muric is the player I recommend from the Turkish league. Muric plays for Adana Demirspor and is a 22-year-old goalkeeper. He is 6'6" or 198 centimeters and is 68 rated with 78 potential. He has great kicking and reflexes and you can pick him up for around £2 million. The last player on this list is Jesus Ferreira, who is a 20-year-old cam, but can also play as a centre forward or striker or even on the wing. He has 84 pace with 86 balance, 82 agility and 84 stamina. He has 4-star weak foot and is valued at £4.3 million. So these were all players I would recommend from every league that's in FIFA22 career mode. Which player would you recommend to others? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and thought it was helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode tips, and I will see you at the next video.